This time I am using my Moxon Yagi with a single Moxon rectangle on VHF and 5 passively coupled UHF elements that has been pointed towards northwest, because this is a pass coming from the north to south on the western side. RS-44 is at a high elevation, but my Moxon Yagi is a fixed elevation at about 20 degrees antenna, and I can rotate it manually using the mast, but that can be done only 2 or 3 times during a pass because it is on the terrace and I am monitoring from within the nearby room. As usual, I am using RS-SDR software for my RTL-SDR and G-Predict for finding the pass direction. Now you can see that RS-44 has come above the horizon. There is also another satellite here, AO23, that's an FM satellite. In this chance I am not going to work that, and you can see that it is at RS-44 is at 5 degree, almost 6 degrees, and the altitude is 1383. It has a large footprint of about 7700 kilometer that you can see here. This is my QTH and this is the footprint of RS-44, quite large compared to the small footprint of AO123. Reason is because satellite is at a much higher altitude. So satellite is there above the horizon, but I have not started hearing anything or seeing anything on the waterfall. This is the marker for one frequency. This time I am not using G-Predict for Doppler tracking, because last time when I used it, I found that when I click on one frequency to tune to that frequency, now you can see that it has come to 645. But when G-Predict plugin, that is the connector plugin, is enabled, this will immediately go back to the frequency mandated by G-Predict, which is the frequency which you have chosen with plus minus Doppler correction. But then what I want is, I want to hear a station which was difficult with G-Predict connector. So this time I am not using radio control. I am only using G-Predict to know where the satellite is, and I am going to tune the radio manually using the touchpad on the laptop. Now nothing is heard so far. It's only at 12 degree elevation coming from the north, or rather north west or northwest. That's what I would say. And what I found is that for high elevation passes, initial few minutes I will not be hearing anything, and moreover RS-44 has a very long pass, about 20 minutes. Usually our FM satellites like International Space Station has a pass of only about 10 minutes, but being at a higher altitude and with a larger footprint, it has a much longer time during which you can hear it or see it on the waterfall. Now I have chosen CW mode. You can see the mode has been chosen as CW. If I see an SSB signal, I might quickly switch on to USB, because downlink for RS-44 is on USB. But yesterday I saw some CW signals and I could hear VU2 Tango Uniform mic on CW. Today I don't know whom I am going to hear. Anyway, I'll keep on listening. It's already a few minutes into the pass. Satellite has gone up to the elevation of almost 20 degrees. Nothing is heard so far. I won't hear anything if there is no one, but there should be the beacon at least heard. This is the frequency of the SSB signals. Beacon should be slightly lower, somewhere around 605. This would be the region where I would see the beacon. Yesterday when I recorded, I had a problem. I am taking screen capture of this air spy. When I finished the recording, I found that screen capture had lasted only 7 minutes, while the audio which I was simultaneously recording in my mobile phone lasted 11 minutes. So this time I am planning to cut it at 5 minutes or so and restart again, but then I lose a portion of the pass in the process. Anyway, I don't want to lose video information this time. So I am pausing now. It's already 5 minutes. Now you can see some signal. You can see I am restarting the recording, and satellite is at good elevation, 46. See, this is the beacon. I'll tune into that beacon and see. If this was automatically Doppler tracking, then beacon would have been heard. I am not hearing the beacon signal, even though I am seeing it on the waterfall. See, this is the beacon signal. See, the beacon is there. Did-a-dit, did-it, did-it-did-da, did-it-did-da. Oh, there's RS-44 on the beacon, waterfall. But I didn't hear the audio. Maybe because my tuning was not correct. You have heard the beacon now. That's because I increased the volume on the laptop. I am monitoring that frequency. Again, if it comes, I'll show you. I went outside and rotated the antenna. You would have seen the signal now. See, that's the signal on the waterfall. See, the CW beacon is coming here. But I could hear the voice only once, and the CW sound. Again it's coming.